Hi everyone! So we finally had Murder at Castle Nathri a hit, and we are up to trying new decks. And the first one that we have here is actually one suggested to me by one of my team members from the esports team. I think it's that way, where you can see the team logo. And he has an amazing win rate with this one. It's too early to say if you should craft the deck or not. But right now it's doing really well for him in the High Legends. So I will we will have a little bit look on the deck, and we can see how I piloted it in some the gameplay section. But essentially, it does play like a ramp druid from before, just with new cards added in, and it performs so well at the moment. It's kind of a tried archetype, and when everything is in flux, new stuff is tried out. That sometimes is a good way to edge out wins when a new meta is forming. But let's have a look at the deck. So I need to drop the credit where it's due. I mentioned my teammate, and just to shout him out, it's Madman Matt. And I'll link to some of his social media stuff in the description, and I'll also leave a deck code there so you can try out the deck that I'll be showcasing for you guys here. Essentially, it is a ramp druid, and that's also what you want to go for the mulligan. Against aggressive matchups, you can keep like one Druid of the Reef or one Dosing Kelp Keeper. Other than that, you are really interested in getting your ramp, and the early ramp that you want to get. Nourish is not all that enticing to get early on, but what you really want to get is your Wild Growth, your Jerry Rig Carpenters, which will get you Nourish, and your Guff, and the new card, Widowblown Seedsman. So there's a bunch of ramp in here that both draws you stuff, ramps you up, and then you get to your late game really fast. And you even have a bit of mana cheap with some of the cards, like you can see Cecily here, and a bunch of draw, but you also can represent a lot of threats late game, where if left unanswered by your opponent, you actually can win out the match. Towards the really late game, if you have a little bit of challenge finishing off the game, you have Sire Nathris, which you can load up with infuses and doing a massive swing and also healing towards the end. To play like a ramp druid, there's a bunch of new cards in here. You can get a lot of tokens to load up on Sire Nathris, like Topi or the Shrubagasaur. Which with a bunch of nature spells in here generate you so many things. Convoke is actually not that bad. It is a bit of random stuff, but still, it is. It's not really backbreaking for you. Usually, you get a board generated. You might get some annoying targets out of the targeted spells, because those are random, but you get buffs, you get taunts, you get sometimes healing, but again you might end up healing your opponent's stuff. But this is a massive threat towards the mid to late game if you want to load up on cards or represent something on the board. You'll actually get to see me play Convoke in one of the games that I play. I think that is kind of it. There's other more niche stuff in here. So if you do have the cards, be careful not crafting stuff here in the beginning. But if you do have the cards lying around, some of the new cards that is in this list, you could definitely try this one out. As I mentioned, my teammate has a massive win rate with this one. And it seems really powerful, and it's a proven archetype. Enough rambling from my side. If you want to see more stuff, you know what to do. Follow the channel. We'll be trying out a bunch of new decks as we are starting off this new meta with Murder at Castle Nathria. That was difficult to say. But let's have a look at the gameplay so you can see a couple of games on how I pilot the deck.
It's a line of a machine. I I will fight to protect.
Oh, it's going to be imps. I'm not sure I want to keep Silent Athreus. But I do think against a board-based deck like imps, I do think it's good. So I'll opt to keep it. And that's ramp, so it's, yeah, but still, oh, it's slow.
I see you've brought guests.
Yeah. I kind of want to shape this wild growth. I really need that one. But then we're gonna be fine. He's got another one? Isn't it? I was thinking, isn't it imps? It was imps. But for now, let's do this. Next turn, Druid of the Reef would actually be good, but I know that one of them is on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I can't afford to wait for it anymore. I just need to fill up with something that's not imps. I think that's fine then. It needs to be fine. And then Nourish on the next turn. Into Cecily? Well, I guess this isn't all that bad. He's board locked now. I don't think there's that many mana. Just gonna do this. I don't think there's that many things that buffs without being a minion on the board. I think this is fine. For now at least. And then we're gonna drop this one. Of course that's gonna be eradicated, but hopefully we're gonna draw one of the heavy hitters. Jerry Rick. Could that be something? No, we're kind of ramped to where we need to be. So I guess it's just gonna be this one, then hope we get a Great Boss next year or something. That would be really nuts. What are we getting? A location card? No? Okay. Oh, that's beautiful. That's really... That's kind of game winning, honestly. There we go. And this one, no, yes. Okay, fair enough. We were getting there, but still.
I will go forward at any cost.
Even though Ivers is low cost, it's not an early game card, so it's only Dose and Kelp Keeper. That's early nice stuff.
I see you've brought guests.
Could it be Mind Rock? Oh. I am thinking about waiting a little bit.
Oh dear. See, Lord.
Gonna really need to be aggressive in this matchup. That is mine. And Earthen Scales is probably fine.
You've gone too far.
At some point. Sure, let's go for this one now. And first off, I think it's gonna be a bunch of taunts. Then we go for the Kelp Keeper afterwards. Like some ramp here. Okay. There's some new stuff here. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not really up for using Earthen Scales just yet. Alright, now we are playing the aggressive deck right now. But if we could get a Nourish, I think that'll be really good. Steam Cleaner is just a deck, right? All cards in both players. Decks. Okay. So it's some kind of combo stuff. I think I'm going to be quite happy about the taunts. So I get a coin. That's a lot of coins. So who's ramping now? This is crazy. Not sure about the end goal. It's not a combo I've seen. So that's the Miracle Rogue. Can he even get it off? What's going on? What's happening here? I get it, he did a lot of things, but...
I've mastered the art of subtlety.
Okay. But any kind of weapon removal, then that's gonna be quite crap.
Crystal clear.
Hmm. Three, 8. I don't think we're there yet.
Oh dear.
Crystal clear.
I'm gonna take a ton of face damage.
You've gone too far. Time is running out.
Still think we're fine. I really would just like to have drawn Nourish here. We can get through that one. And deliver 23 points of damage.
The dead never rest.
Innovate. I guess it can convoke the spirits. It's risky. But if I do not do it, then I do not win. There's no way of me getting any taunts. Do we trade this one? It's when you play a minion, so there's not really any need now. Just make room for some more taunts if I do get them. So let's do that. Alright, let's see. Nice. Yeah. Why aren't we shooting him? Nice. That's pretty good. Is there a way past those two taunts? Seems like weapon removal and taunts are really the bane of this deck. Whereas Boar Priest also removes the mana. I can do stuff. Hey! Taunt is king here.